Hi, passionate Rangers FC fans. Welcome to Rangers Update, your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and let's strengthen our community. Now, let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. WAP. Let's get to the news. The atmosphere within Rangers' dressing room has reportedly reached boiling point, with whispers spreading like wildfire among insiders suggesting that Jack Butland has reached a breaking point with his teammates. According to sources close to the squad, the English goalkeeper, who has long been respected for his commanding presence between the posts, allegedly erupted in a heated confrontation that left several players stunned and management scrambling to maintain composure. While no official statement has been issued, those familiar with the events claim that BUTLAND's frustrations are not just about isolated mistakes or lost points on the pitch, but rather a deeper sense of perceived lack of commitment from certain players. The veteran keeper, who has represented England in both the European Championship and the Olympic Games, is said to have expressed himself in an unusually passionate manner, reportedly stating, "I will not accept this," a declaration that seems to have reverberated throughout the team. Some insiders suggest that this is not the first time tensions have flared, but the intensity of this particular incident appears to be unprecedented, with body language and gestures reportedly conveying a mixture of disappointment and incredulity. The suggestion that such an outburst occurred in the heart of the locker room hints at underlying issues that may have been simmering for weeks, if not months, and could now be reaching a tipping point. Those familiar with the inner workings of Rangers insist that Butland's reaction was not merely a momentary lapse of temper, but rather the culmination of mounting frustration with what he perceives as a lack of professionalism among certain members of the squad. The whispers circulating suggest that Butland, known for his disciplined approach to training and meticulous preparation before matches, has grown increasingly concerned over repeated lapses in concentration, tactical awareness, and commitment from some of his colleagues. According to sources, his outburst was directed not at any single individual, but at a general sense of complacency that he claims has crept into the team's mentality. Eyewitness accounts describe a scene where voices were raised, gestures were sharp, and the usually calm and collected goalkeeper left no room for ambiguity about his feelings. Speculators within fan communities have begun connecting this alleged incident to recent underwhelming performances, drawing a narrative that Butland's leadership might be both a blessing and a source of tension, especially if players feel publicly criticized. While insiders caution against assuming too much from a single moment, the intensity of the encounter is being interpreted as a warning shot, signaling that the team's dynamics may be fragile and that Butland's patience, though formidable, is not limitless. As this story continues to circulate, discussions within media circles have begun framing Butland's potential motivations and questioning whether the Englishman sees himself as a necessary voice of accountability or as a frustrated figure fighting against a culture he perceives as complacent. Rumors suggest that the argument in the dressing room may have revolved around perceived tactical indiscipline, with Butland allegedly challenging teammates on their positioning, pressing, and overall commitment to collective defensive responsibilities. Analysts speculating from afar have theorized that the goalkeeper's outburst could reflect a broader tension between experience and youth within Rangers' squad, with senior players like Butland expecting standards that younger colleagues may struggle to consistently meet. One source hinted that Butland's frustration might not be confined to matchday performances, but also extends to training sessions where he has reportedly been vocal about lapses in focus or insufficient effort during drills. While these claims are at present unverified, the speculation alone has generated a whirlwind of discussion among fans and pundits alike, with social media buzzing over every alleged word and gesture. In particular, the phrase reportedly used by BUTLAND, "I do not accept this," has become a focal point for debate, interpreted by some as a moral stance and by others as an illustration of mounting internal pressures. The intensity of the alleged confrontation, combined with Butland's reputation for dedication, seems to have amplified the story, making it a prime candidate for ongoing discussion about leadership, accountability, and squad cohesion. If these speculations hold any truth, the incident may serve as a flashpoint, revealing tensions that have existed beneath the surface and highlighting the challenges of maintaining unity in a squad filled with diverse personalities, ambitions, and expectations. Several insiders suggest that the impact of the alleged Butland explosion may extend beyond the immediate dressing room, potentially influencing team morale and locker room dynamics in the weeks ahead. Analysts have pointed out that Rangers, like many top-flight squads, operate in a delicate ecosystem where leadership, peer relationships, and on-field results are intrinsically linked, and that a single outburst, particularly from a player as respected as Butland, could have a ripple effect. Rumors have suggested that management may be caught between supporting a senior figure who embodies professionalism and addressing any potential fractures that such an incident might create among younger players. The speculation around Butland's role as both a leader and a critical voice is being analyzed intensely, with some proposing that his actions are symptomatic of a broader culture within the club that demands accountability yet struggles with enforcement. Fans naturally are divided, with some lauding Butland's willingness to speak out as a sign of integrity and commitment, while others fear it may exacerbate internal tensions and create an uncomfortable environment. Sources indicate that discussions behind closed doors are ongoing, with coaching staff attempting to navigate the delicate balance between encouraging transparency and preventing discord. The mere suggestion of such a scenario has generated countless debates online, with supporters speculating on how the alleged incident might affect team chemistry, future performances, and Butland's relationship with colleagues, all of which remain unconfirmed but tantalizingly plausible in the eyes of insiders. Whispers circulating in football circles also speculate on the possible triggers that led to Butland's reported outburst, with some suggesting it could relate to recent matches where defensive errors or lapses in concentration were costly. The English goalkeeper, whose career has been marked by both international recognition and a reputation for vocal leadership, is allegedly frustrated by what he perceives as a lack of intensity or focus during critical moments. While the specifics of the alleged confrontation remain shrouded in uncertainty, insiders claim that body language, tone, and context all contributed to an impression of genuine exasperation. Some suggest that the incident might have been intended as a wake-up call, a way of conveying to the squad that accountability and effort are non-negotiable, even if the delivery was forceful. Speculators have gone further, theorizing that the confrontation could signal deeper issues within team culture, raising questions about hierarchy, influence, and the role of senior players in shaping standards. The potential consequences of such an event, were it to be confirmed, could be significant, affecting relationships on and off the pitch, and possibly shaping the narrative around Rangers' internal environment for weeks or months. And meanwhile, fans continue to dissect every snippet of information, weighing the plausibility of claims against Butland's established character and his known commitment to excellence, with speculation running rampant in forums, podcasts, and social media channels across the footballing community. Finally, sources hint that Butland's reaction may also have a psychological dimension, reflecting both his personal standards and the broader pressures of competing at the top level. The goalkeeper, accustomed to scrutiny and high expectations throughout his career, may be struggling with a sense of responsibility for outcomes that extend beyond his immediate control. Rumor mongers suggest that this tension, coupled with perceived inconsistencies from teammates, culminated in a moment of intense emotion witnessed by colleagues who were reportedly left unsure of how to respond. Observers analyzing the situation have begun debating whether Butland's approach signals constructive leadership or a potentially volatile dynamic, with opinions split among former players, pundits, and supporters. Even without official confirmation, the story has taken on a life of its own, illustrating the way that speculation can shape perceptions and feed narratives in modern football discourse. Whether this episode represents a fleeting moment of passion or a sign of deeper unrest remains uncertain. But the very suggestion of a figure of Butland's stature expressing such intense frustration provides a compelling storyline. The intrigue surrounding the alleged incident has captivated fans, sparking endless discussion about accountability, team cohesion, and the role of individual personalities in influencing squad dynamics, leaving everyone eager for further insight or clarification from those closest to the club. Speculation continues to mount over what exactly transpired during the alleged confrontation, with insiders suggesting that Butland's outburst may have been triggered not only by tactical lapses but also by broader concerns regarding attitude and professionalism within the squad. Some pundits have theorized that the English goalkeeper's frustration stems from a perception that certain players prioritize individual glory over collective responsibility, a sentiment that, if true, could create fractures in team cohesion. Sources close to the club hint that Butland, who has experienced football at both European Championships and Olympic Games, carries with him a mindset as shaped by high-pressure environments and uncompromising standards, making him particularly sensitive to perceived lapses in effort or focus. Observers have also speculated that this incident could ignite discussions about leadership structures within Rangers, with questions arising about how much influence senior players should wield and whether management is equipped to balance accountability with harmony. Social media chatter has exploded around the rumor, with fans dissecting every gesture and phrase attributed to Butland, debating whether his actions represent necessary tough love or an overstep that could alienate teammates. Regardless of the truth behind the allegations, the narrative itself has taken on a life of its own, feeding speculation about internal tensions, the psychological pressures on elite players, and the delicate balance of maintaining standards in a squad with diverse personalities and ambitions. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. Insiders have further suggested that the alleged incident could have repercussions extending beyond the immediate dressing room, potentially affecting training routines, match day dynamics, and even recruitment strategies. Some speculation points to the possibility that Butland's frustration may encourage a more rigid culture of accountability, with senior figures seeking to impose higher standards across all aspects of the club's operations. Meanwhile, other voices have warned that a single explosive moment, if mishandled, could exacerbate divisions, particularly between experienced players and younger members of the squad who may feel publicly criticized or undervalued. Analysts have posited that Rangers management may face a delicate challenge in reconciling Butland's leadership style with the need to foster unity, especially in a team competing at a high level where cohesion is crucial. Fan discussions online speculate on how this alleged outburst could influence future performances, with some suggesting it might serve as a wake-up call to galvanize the squad, while others fear it could create lingering tension. Sources indicate that even minor behavioral patterns in training and matches are now being scrutinized, with observers eager to see if Butland's message, assuming the reports are accurate, translates into tangible improvements or if it intensifies underlying conflicts. Some rumors have gone further, proposing that Butland's outburst may have involved pointed critiques of individual players, though details remain vague and unconfirmed. Analysts and fans alike have speculated that if the goalkeeper indeed singled out teammates for their performances, it could influence hierarchy within the squad, shifting the perception of who leads and who follows. Insiders claim that the intensity of the incident, coupled with Butland's reputation for dedication and her high standards, makes it a particularly compelling story, with every gesture and phrase attributed to him magnified in significance. Commentators have suggested that such an event, whether fully accurate or partially embellished, highlights the challenges faced by elite footballers in managing expectations, peer relationships, and personal standards simultaneously. Further speculation considers the potential psychological impact on younger players who may be inspired by Butland's commitment, yet intimidated by his intensity. Meanwhile, fans continue to dissect every snippet of information, analyzing the potential ripple effects on team morale, cohesion, and leadership dynamics, feeding endless debates and speculation across forums, podcasts, and social media platforms. The very suggestion of such an explosive moment has already sparked narratives about accountability, professionalism, and the pressures inherent in top-level football, with Butland positioned at the center of an unfolding drama that captivates observers even without official confirmation. Observers have also speculated that the incident may reflect broader cultural tensions within Rangers, particularly the balance between youth development and reliance on experienced players. Sources hint that Butland, as a senior figure, may be attempting to instill standards that he believes are essential for the team's success, but that such expectations might clash with the individualistic tendencies or developmental stage of younger squad members. Analysts have suggested that if the reports are accurate, the outburst could serve as both a warning and a lesson, signaling that dedication, focus, and tactical discipline are non-negotiable. Even if delivery is forceful, Rumors continue to circulate that management might view the incident as an opportunity to address potential weaknesses in squad cohesion and communication, yet they may also be cautious about inadvertently escalating tensions. Social media commentary has been particularly active, with fans debating whether Butland's approach is a form of leadership that will ultimately strengthen the squad or whether it risks creating resentment or distraction. The narratives emerging from speculation paint a picture of a team grappling with internal pressures where high standards, personality clashes, and the intensity of professional sport intersect in ways that are both compelling and controversial. Even without concrete evidence, the ongoing discussions underscore the fascination with leadership, accountability, and the emotional stakes of elite football, with Butland at the center of a story that blends fact, rumor, and fan imagination into a captivating narrative. Greetings, fans! Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned